Hi guys! In today's tutorial I'm going to be making the Sizzles character. It is a Season 2 Shopkins and I believe it's a rare. I have both of these. I have the pink and the green one now. So I hope you like how it turns out. I'm going to be using green clay and I've gone ahead and sort of gotten a clump of clay here and just kind of started to shape it a little bit. I'm going to need 2 little pieces for the feet, 2 for the hands, and then I'm also going to be using some red here, and that's just going to create the little pattern here on the back, the handle. And I don't have any silver clay, but what I'm going to do is use this granite clay to create the metal part, the iron part. And once that's baked and dried, I'm just going to paint over it with some of this silver metallic paint. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I'm going to create this character. So as you can see, it's flat on one end and then rounded on the top. So I'm going to try and make a shape like so. So all the way around. And I'm just going to cut the end part off because that's where our feet are going to be. And I'm just going to kind of pinch with my fingers right where the handle would be. You can see that there. Because I'm just going to take carefully my razor tool and just push it all the way through. Like so. And then I'm going to take my wooden tool and just kind of open it up a bit. Fix this side here. So that gives it a little handle shape. Alright, so I think that's pretty much the look that we are going for here. So I'm going to pop our little feet on. Just kind of flatten them out a bit and stick those right on there. So I just want to make sure this part is going to resemble the iron, so flat on the bottom and then rounded and then pointy at the top. So I think the best way to create the metal piece is just to take, you can roll it out or you can pinch it out using your fingers, which oftentimes that's what I do because this clay that I have actually is kind of crumbly, so the warmth of my fingers by pressing down on it will kind of help keep it together. So I'm just going to lay this right on top and then I'm going to trim around it. Okay, so there we have the one edge, and then I'm going to do the same with this one. Try not to push down too hard on the clay because as you may know, as you work with it, it gets kind of soft and it's easy to kind of distort. So I'm just going to trim the top of this off, and there we go. We have our little base for our iron. And I'm just going to use one of my tools and just make the little dots. There's dots that go all the way around, like so, and then another little set of dots. So there we go. So it's starting to look like, oh, you know what? I forgot to leave enough room for the little face. So what I'm going to do is just trim off the feet that I already put on there. And what we'll do is kind of flatten out a piece. Kind of roll it out maybe. See, sometimes I forget It happens. Yeah, we want to leave enough space here for the face. Otherwise, he has no face. So let's try this again. So I'm going to pop this right on there. And bring that down a little bit. So see, I fixed it. So leave a little space here for your face, like so, okay? And then we'll make the feet. So I'm just gonna roll out the 2 little pieces of clay, pinch them together, and voila, there we go. So we have room to make the eyes and the little mouth. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is pop the little arms on and make them too high. For some reason I just keep forgetting about his poor little face. So there we go. Make sure the arms go down here. So we have one on that side. And we'll pop one right over here. So just like so. And again, you can just kind of fiddle with it before you go ahead and bake it. You can see where I joined the clay. You just kind of have to push on it a little bit, and then with time it will start to blend together and you won't even really be able to tell. Okay, so the next part is just taking some of our red here and looks like it's kind of wider on each end. So I'm just going to kind of try and flatten it out like so. So I'm just going to lay that right on top. And it's kind of thin there in the middle, but I can fix it. So just kind of flatten that down, pinch it with your fingers. And just like so. And just kind of, I find sometimes when you flatten it down it gets a little wonky, so just use your little tool to flatten it out and straighten it up. And the same with this here. There, so that's basically our little iron shape. So I'm going to go ahead and bake him at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Okay guys, so I've taken my sizzles out of the oven and let it cool down. I went ahead and I painted the metallic silver on top here, so you can really tell quite a difference from what it looked like before. And all you need to do is just paint 2 little black comma shapes, or the little squinty eyes here, and I just kind of touched up the red a bit. So as you can see, it's not as bright as this one, but you can certainly paint it. I don't have any neon green paint, but you can certainly just make it in any color that you want. So it's a little bit bigger, but that seems to be how mine turned out. Either really small or too big, but I like how it turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'd love to see your creations as well. You can add me on Instagram if you aren't already following me. I'm Trudie Clays on there, as well as Tumblr and Twitter. So feel free to add me and send me a message, because I love hearing from you guys. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!